Hello and welcome back to a brand new video of Fox Reacts. Today we're checking out a new one from TV Sins, Season 1, Episode 5 of Invincible, That Actually Hot. Let's hop in. Everything wrong with? That Actually Hot. Spoilers. Duh.
Slow zoom into a waking cityscape. The streets are ready for action.
That
I've
could
got
be
a good feeling this is going to be a really awesome episode of Law and Order.
That's cool.
Was that a yawn? Usually I yawn after I see someone else do it, but this is a half-assed attempt to make me feel the weight of this man's workday. Maybe this is foreshadowing how I may feel after sitting this episode.
Oh yeah, this is the one that actually gives us an introduction into
So you can look like even more of an asshole from the 80s. Neither one of these guys pulls the gun up and out in any perceivable way, so as far as I can tell, they've pulled the gun sideways through the seam of their pants. Do not expect this trend to catch on.
That was not real long.
Consciously courteous concrete criminal is a casual coffee cup conservationist. In a world of superpowered beings, you choose to observe the shadowy cafe crusader instead of shooting him on sight before he goes rock hard for your base. He didn't even bring you a coffee after stopping to get himself one. That's enough merit to blow away this discount Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. Concreting your head last instead of first. This guy's not killed instantly after being hit with a forklift. Instead, he and it skid across the ground and are pinned up against some racks that should have also been killed in this event. I'm guessing the forklift was paying more attention in its drama class than in physics. Bringing in the big guns, huh? You sure about that? Titan's been beating humans with other humans, and you think bringing a bigger pew-pew will do the job?
Hitting that motherfucker with another motherfucker.
Titan's lack of resourcefulness is playing a big part in time spent dealing with these goons. He's been disarming these guys for what seems like 15 minutes, yet hasn't picked up a gun to shoot back at them. He could have had enough time to enjoy a post-beatdown vanilla bean latte before heading home, if he wasn't taking his superpower for granted. Thinking that screaming while firing your weapon makes it more effective.
Cut. We're back.
The f***?
Ha! Good. Stab the rock man in the chest, who has been deflecting bullets during the entire raid. What's next? Eating soup with a fork?
That guy is like the equivalent of
Why are these buttons on this phone during playback? Since when do you need a record button while you're watching your footage? And under what circumstances would I need to select the front-facing camera? I'm just trying to watch my latest TikTok phone. Leave me alone.
You went all
Some
the way
phones can
across
just be
town
stupid.
to get cheesecake.
Yep.
To make up for being late because you went across town to get cheesecake?
I was initially confused as to why I didn't have two cheesecakes, and then I realized that Amber and Mark just choose to communicate in the most bizarre way possible. However, now I'm just upset that I don't have two cheesecakes, so I'm going to give them 3 cents. How his pants aren't on fire is beyond me, but since he always removes his shirt, I'm a little confused about the blatant disregard for pants. Don't tell me The Rock's being shy about his stalactite, or possibly stalagmite, depending on the situation.
What did we ever do to you?
Kevin, my man, Titan just lit your entire apartment complex ablaze as you watched. I think the better question is why you didn't immediately call 911 when Titan started to commit arson after eating the cat villain. I'm guessing that Invincible's more of a dog person. Here I am throwing all my good boots out, trying to silence the cacophony of alley cats next to my home when I should be digging out my Superman Halloween costume from 2012 and chucking the cats through a wall. This show has made it clear. I must dismantle the invasion of the third meow led by the furrer.
Oh my god, no, I got that. Come on.
3 months. I'm sorry, but I'm docking your shifts.
Does he mean docking his pay? Because technically speaking, it sounds like Mark is already docking his shifts on his own.
Grayson?
Yeah, he probably did
getting
mean
Batman
docking his
in a
pay.
non-DC property.
Principal Winslow.
Taking Family Matters name in vain without going full crossover episode.
Your lives worth
That was a
minimum wage.
reference?
Or do you want to fire your guns in the air so you tried your best and we all walk away happy and alive?
I can understand the confusion this caused because even though they're indoors, air is still all around them. But it's still weird that the writers didn't have at least one of these guards consider the inevitable investigation where they're going to have to explain why they all shot at the ceiling instead of the perpetrator.
You're a
why they wasted the ammo.
rocks.
That's Roxist.
I know where your family lives, and that means you work for me until I say you're f***ing done.
This excessive usage of auto-tune. Sure, when it's tastefully done, it adds a futuristic vibe that can supplement your overall aesthetic, but none of that even rhymed. T-Pain is on the phone. He wants you off the mixtape.
Plus, now you gotta pay for the desk, too. This was imported Italian maple.
I don't get how much that's cost.
If you had any inkling of exquisite taste in the fine fashions of woodworking chatels, you'd be aware that the African blackwood would complement this office space better.
African black? I'm confused. I don't know much
Invincible's
about
ability
wood.
to breathe at varying altitudes remains frustratingly confusing. In episode 4, I had to address the strangeness of him having trouble breathing on Mount Everest, when in episode 2, he had no trouble holding his breath for long periods in space. And now in episode 5, I have to address the fact that he appears to be breathing at all while hanging out somewhere near the Kármán line, when in episode 4, he was having trouble breathing on Mount Everest.
Look, he's a newbie.
Why not break the meteor into tiny pieces with your super strength? You send a meteor hurling into deep space at such a velocity that it would decimate any planet in its trajectory for a date with a girl that doesn't even like your diversified cheesecakes. I'm not sure you're earning the hero part of superhero.
To be honest, if he wanted to be a hero, he should date another superhero.
Nobody awoke to their house being blown apart? My dog would have lost his shit hearing Invincible outside of his home. Never mind getting a portion of your garage blown away. Not to mention the lights are on, so people are awake.
Did somebody ask for butterscotch ripple?
The show's already spent a considerable amount of time showing us that Titan isn't all that bad. So much so that the suggestion of him about to attack a child feels so out of character that this ice cream turn isn't the least bit surprising. Also, pretending that butterscotch is a child's favorite ice cream flavor.
Damn it, we got another ad.
Into
Hold
captivity.
on, folks.
He calls himself.
Cut. We're back.
I'll admit this title card's funny every time, but at 15 minutes in, it'd be funnier if you just continued on with this momentum that the story's created.
Yeah,
And
to be honest,
funnier,
it does get a little distracting.
Facebook. Also, artists thought that just because Darkblood was a demon, he'd be committed to the whole evil notebook of the dead aesthetic, when he was clearly throwing a more hip Moleskine vibe.
What was the name of that place in Bordeaux, the one with the chocolate pastry thingies?
Show dangles this delicious sounding pastry thread in front of us, but doesn't follow it a single bit further, leaving notes without context. So when you go back to do further research, you cannot for the life of you remember why you wrote down cubits, amuse-bouche, and Donny Benet.
All
I'm
guys
sorry, what?
make mistakes.
Using your man card to justify the betrayal of trust. I tried using that statement once when I superglued my finger in my belly button. The outcome was the same. You just look like an idiot.
You're an 18-year-old girl. You can't do this hero bullshit on your own.
Parents.
I can rearrange atoms on a molecular level like it's easy.
Wait, I thought all she could do was weird pink energy things. I had no idea she could put doors in weird places. Where was that during the interdimensional alien invasion? Also, conjuring a door mid-wall and without consent.
You know, I'm more like a big picture superhero.
Pretending that you're as important and relevant as a Marvel or DC hero. You do know you're on Amazon, right?
Hey, I like the show.
Letting your pride get in the way of experiencing flight. Maybe bullshit to you, Titan, but somewhere out there is a kid dreaming of being ferried to the bad places of the city by their favorite superhero.
Machine Head owns the trash company. Uses it to ferry drugs to stash houses all over the city.
Using the trash bins is clever, but garbage trucks have to be the most impractical truck for this job. For one, you don't put trash cans inside them because there's all that compactor tech in there. And two, even if you did manage to cram 1 or 2 trash cans in there, good luck getting them out without attracting attention to what should be a covert operation. Just saying, Machine Head seems like it'd be smarter than this.
Look, that
even
guy
though people use it generically, Popsicle is a
gun.
trademarked name. You wouldn't see a Kleenex Palace, would you? Although, it really might be handy to have one next to the Popsicle Palace now that I think about it.
I know I can take Machine Head. He's just a criminal with a special head.
Having a special head is often a sign of huge problems for a superhero. MODOK, Brainiac, Juggernaut. Doesn't he read comic books? Putting mashed potatoes right on top of your already separated food.
Oh,
you fought off an alien invasion, saved the country from an asteroid. This is beneath you.
We actually don't even understand like the whole thing of Machine
the
Head.
Lizard League turns people into snakes in my town.
The Lizard League? Missed opportunity for the name Snake Society or Serpent Squad. Why did the Lizard League choose to turn people into snakes instead of lizards? Sure, they're both reptiles, but everyone knows that lizard people are far superior to snake people. It's like Viltrumite Classism 101.
Both so caught up in your own little prize fights that you let this entire bus of civilians crash.
Liar. Monster Girl's fighting, but Rex looks like he's taking a long, happy second to observe the menu of a Burger Mart down the road, or that he just enjoys hearing the sound of screeching tires and children on fire.
Oh, God, that would be terrible.
I'll be the only person who actually sacrificed something, since I'm now a week younger than I was yesterday.
Kids.
He's only been a hero for a few months. He thinks he knows everything. I just don't want him to make a choice he'll regret.
Like sloppy slaughtering an entire superhero team without doing much to cover your painful barefoot Lego trail of evidence? Like that regret?
Yeah, how's that for you?
We could use the help. I wish I could, but too busy saving the world.
Well done, Amber. You've accidentally put 2 and 2 together about Eve's superhero career. But how are you still oblivious to Mark's? He's been coming more in and out of your life than my dad has in mine. Just don't let Mark go get milk. Hi, I'd like to schedule a therapy appointment.
I almost forgot how good I look.
Button press. Buff Blue Man reveal. Technology. Electricity.
Copy mine.
3-point landing cliche. Debbie's calculations show 12 minutes of travel time while she sets a timer for 20 minutes. I can look past this discrepancy as a possible estimate to account for wait times at each stop, but there are so many unknown variables here, such as Nolan's flight speeds, and just how long is he willing to wait at these shops? He doesn't seem to be a very patient man. So the fact that the timer goes off exactly when he gets back makes this whole scene a conveniently contrived pile of this works.
Sorry, folks.
Nolan
Cut. We're back now.
Put his murder suit on this weird shelf above the window instead of sinking it to the bottom of the ocean, tossing it into an active volcano, or just throwing it straight into the sun. Now, even on the off chance he planted it here on purpose, I'm still giving this a sin, because throwing it into the sun wasn't plan A. Oh yeah, these guys know what's up. It doesn't matter how good you are at security as much as how cool you look doing it.
No way you saw this coming.
I mean, I did. Not because I'm watching you do it now, Titan, but because this building was foreshadowed 4 times. In the industry, we call this foreshadowing. It's not quite as wasteful as doing 4-score shadowing, but still a bit much.
Which is how I know it's not worth explaining to you two morons what quantum probabilities are.
Well, Machine Head is right, simply because that would take a lot of time, and it's not like they're paying him for this lecture, so he'd only have an incentive to do this if he was the type of person that derived value from sharing his wisdom with others. Clearly, he does not. That being said, his statement about probability evokes an alarming amount of certainty. So much so that I'm wondering if someone needs to explain to him what quantum probabilities are. Mixing food with one hand.
You look like you're good at chopping things.
And yeah, not holding the bowl, that's something.
Because she's a super... never mind. Wait, Invincible is bloodied? When did that happen? He gets covered in lava and electricity, then smashed into a wall and a floor, then uppercut by Big the Cat with a mace.
Damn.
And then this is where you want to show damage on him? It's almost like you want him to be impervious until the plot needs him to bleed. Whatever the case, the show's name from this point should now be Occasionally Invincible.
Can't say though, that is probably that hit from Warpath that did, or Battle Cat, whatever it's called.
Who's next?
Not reading the room.
Who's next? Amelia gets grabbed in the face. Idiot.
Wait, I'm getting something here. What?
Not using the already blown out door for maximum property damage.
Come on.
Cecil got an anonymous call.
Samson feels the need to deliver this information, which is pretty much like the paramedics showing up to your car crash, finding you bleeding out, and pausing to explain that someone called them. And had that not happened, they wouldn't be there.
Yeah, plus, it's not even sure if he's
Taco
even
Bell's new
conscious
slogan
at that
somehow
point.
makes it into the episode. Not to tell Machine Head how to spend his own money, but he could have just had Isotope teleport Battle Beast here instead of wasting his money on the rest of these goons. Take it from Confucius, Machine Head. He who will not economize will have to agonize. This fight was so good, I'm not even going to call it discount Thanos versus Hulk. In fact, this fight is so good, Marvel should take notes. This fight is so good, I'm taking a Cineway and adding it to the next Marvel show in spite.
I'm gonna make the city better for a lot of people. But some people come first.
Inviting your family to a bloodied, battle-ridden office doesn't seem like the best parental choice to preserve child innocence. Just look up, honey. Just look up. Having the secret lab be accessible from the main elevator not only creates opportunities for these awkward interactions, it also increases the likelihood that an individual like myself could hack their way into the lab, not with skill, but with immature button mashing. I'm like an expert button masher. Watch.
It seems like it's a song code, though. Like, you gotta go 92L753 to actually even start going down. You don't even touch the 8, 6, or 4 button. You touch any of those, I'm getting the code just goes null.
Oh
God!
Cinny, can you fix that?
What have you done?
Thanks.
Okay, we're back. Maybe don't mash buttons. 71 cents, a sentence of
dropped your rock.
Stoned.
Cancel.
Well, that's where we're going to leave off today's video. So, I want you all to remember to like, comment.
Motherfucker.
I want you all to remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more. Down in the description will be a link to the original video. So remember to support the original creators and all they do. And I'll see all of you folks next time. Peace out.